May the force be with you, and let's talk about what goes on in Obi Wan. Spoilers alert. So, in case you want to know if you should watch this show, yes, you must. You do not need to be a Star Wars fan to like it. There are two episodes that were launched in the first week, and both are pretty different from other Star Wars Extended Universe offerings like The Mandalorian or The Bad Batch or the upcoming Ahsoka. Rosario Dawson will play Ahsoka Tano in that series. She made a very big cameo, and it was an excellently received performance in The Mandalorian season 2 as well. Alright, so with that spoilers alert out of the way, let's get this show on the road. If you love Star Wars, make sure you tap that subscribe button for awesome Max fun, and let's vibe in my awesome Max tribe. Alright, I love that they shout out the original opening line of the Star Wars universe. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It draws immediate focus. There is a long 4-minute backstory to bring everyone, Star Wars fan or not, up to speed with the relation between Obi-Wan and the Skywalkers. It's nice to see familiar faces once again, like Frank Oz as Yoda, Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu, Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn, Ray Park as Darth Maul. The list goes on, and the flashback seems never ending, but yes, it finally comes to an end after about 4 minutes of a recap. That's quite a long recap, isn't it? Alright, Darth Vader at the end of the recap is alive and well and hunting for his children, Leia and Luke Skywalker. He wants to make them follow the dark side of the Force. But we already know how that turns out, don't we? Because we have either seen the prequel and sequel and all the rest of the Star Wars universe, or if you are watching this as your first Star Wars show, then you are in for a treat, my friend. I am your father. This is the iconic line that Darth Vader says to Luke Skywalker. It's not a spoiler because it's kind of such a huge meme already. But on this note, I remember that the one and only Stephen Fry shared a joke about this on QI. It was about Christmas presents and how Darth Vader knows the presents that Luke Skywalker is getting for Christmas. So you'll need to check out that QI episode if you really want to see that present about the joke, or the joke about the presents. Alright, R2-D2. And then there's a Mandalorian type mask that I don't recognize, followed by BB-8 silhouette and the armor of the Mandalorian. These things show up in that opening sequence in which the shadows or the silhouettes of the major Star Wars characters show up, and then the Star Wars logo appears. So it's kind of getting into familiar territory. Like I said, it started with the opening scroll, the yellow thick font on the backdrop of the galaxy, stars, pinpoints in the black sky. So after the armor of the Mandalorian's fur coat comes a white triangle type thing that triggers memories of the PlayStation 5, followed by a Sith Lord. Oh, and the PlayStation 5 itself triggers memories of Lord of the Rings, the Tower of Orthanc and the Tower of Barad-dûr of Sauron. So the Rings of Power series is also going to be coming out on Amazon Prime on 2nd September, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. So if you like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, boy have we got a lot in common. Okay, the rest of the lineup in the silhouette show is the Mandalorian himself, C-3PO, the golden android, and the mamaist of all your mamas, the Lord of the dark side of the Force, Darth Vader. So Order 66 was the code for the stormtroopers to kill all the Jedi, and they did just that. So that is where the Bad Batch also began, and that is where Obi Wan Kenobi, this special series, also begins. You can watch my videos about that Awesomax animated series in the playlist, which is linked in the description below. Okay, so this show begins 10 years later after Order 66, and right in the first scene, the little adorable brown rascals, the Jawas, get the hell out of Dodge when the Jedi hunters, who are called Inquisitors, like the Spanish Inquisition, which reminds me of Monty Python's amazingly awesome axe sketches, they arrive on the planet Tatooine, where Luke Skywalker has been hidden with his relatives. Obi Wan Kenobi is working as a meat packer on Double Sun Tatooine, where he has hidden Luke Skywalker, like I said, and Yoda has advised. He rides a camel type alien called an Opi, which reminds me of the double humped camels we rode on the Hundur sand dunes in Ladakh in the beautiful Himalayas. You can check out our ride on the camels as well as our whole Leh Ladakh tour in this awesome Max playlist. We had almost as much fun as the young child Leia Skywalker is having in this series, but someone is watching her. Guess what? It's Flea! The one who's watching young Leia is my favorite bassist of all time, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea. I knew him as soon as I saw him. Awesome Max casting. Obi-Wan Kenobi gets a distress call when Flea kidnaps Leia, and so begins Obi-Wan Kenobi's quest to rescue Kid Leia, like Mando rescued Baby Yoda. Part 2, which was released along with Part 1, begins with another recap, but this time it's not that 4-minute long recap. This time it's a short recap, and we get to know that Flea's character name is Vect Nokru. It reminds me of Vector Noctis, and Prima Noctis was something that was referred by Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr. in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. But talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kumail Nanjiani makes it into the Star Wars universe from there as well. I'm sure you know that he was in Eternals, and you can watch my full review of the full Eternals movie right in the description. And if any of you want to collab and make a web series or movie, let me know and I will act my heart out for you. Alright, let's return to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love that one of the bounty hunters who sets off after Obi-Wan to capture him and Leia is modeled like a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a mohawk like Flea used to rock in his rock concert days with RHCP. The Inquisitor, who's really out to get Kenobi, runs over rooftops in a way that reminds me of Trinity running from Agents in the original Matrix, not the kind of convoluted, overly convoluted and not really satisfactory Matrix Resurrections. Although I did tear down its trailer pretty thoroughly, so you can check that out as well. I could see the death of the Grand Inquisitor at the hands of Reva the Obsessed Inquisitor coming right from the first scene because they did not exactly get along, but I did not expect things to escalate so quickly in just 2 episodes. So Obi-Wan now knows that Anakin Skywalker, aka Lord Darth Vader, is alive, and that sets this series up nicely. Alright, moving on to the next part 3 episode, and if you like what you hear, make sure you tap that subscribe button for awesome Axe fun. You can check out the written verbal version of this review of part 1 and 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Stack Me, where you can support me. Thanks so much. I'm Axat. Goodbye. Take care and may the force be with you.